Good morning, everybody. This is Jake from Jake Sports Takes. How's everybody doing? My apologies for not doing a podcast earlier in the week. I've been having some personal things go on. I just right now I thought beautiful Sunday before it gets really hot and maybe rainy. Gonna do one quick. We got some sports news that broke over the week. Like I said, didn't have real time to do one. First off, I want to apologize to my my followers and my fans about this. You know, like I said, I've been a little bit busy with some stuff. So, secondly, I want to congratulate one of my teammates and a person who has become a pretty close friend, and also a person who started on the same day at me at Walmart. My friend Regat. I heard she's going to be having her third baby. Congratulations to her and her husband. And their family is going to keep growing. You know, congratulations to God. Anyway, so everything else is going pretty good. But let's get to the sports news. Right now, Scotty Scheffler there was a Michael Kim shot a 59, the 13th 59 or under 60 round in the history of the PGA. That's a pretty rare occurrence. Job to him. Last time I saw, he was 3 strokes above Scotty Scheffler and a couple guys. So that's a good job. That's impressive. You know, shooting a 59. That's rare. That's rare. You know, I don't know Jack or Phil or Tiger or any of those big boys shot him, but good job to him. I mean, I think he's winning it. You know, I will go ahead and see. The biggest splash of the week we found out was LeBron James has finally made his decision. Not as big as back when he decided to go to South Beach and go to Miami and have that all-star team with Bosh and Wade, where he had the entire world watching. But he finally, him and Rich Paul finally made their decision, signing a 2-year contract with the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, here's my opinion on that. I can understand why Philadelphia did it. Philadelphia wanted to get some protection for Joel Embiid, because Joel Embiid has only played about 50 games or so, 60 games, 30, something like that, in the past 3 years. He's been very injury prone. They just got Jaylen Brown from Boston in a trade. VJ Edgecombe, young gun, you know, great player. Gonna be, I think he'll be good for years. They got him they got him in the draft last year. He had a breakout year. Tyrese Maxey, I mean, stepped up huge, not only in the regular season to help the Sixers get into the playoffs, but to carry that team when Embiid was out. He was their main superstar. You know, not Embiid. He was just too injured. Not Paul George. You know, guys like that. Was it a good trade or was it a good signing? I think at 42 years old, he's got nothing left to prove. He doesn't need an NBA ring to validate his career. He doesn't need an MVP. He's got the scoring record. He's got pretty much 90% of the historic statistics that any NBA history can do. So, in my opinion, basically he could have gone wherever he wanted to, and he did, and he went to Philadelphia. So he's going to likely finish out his career in Philadelphia. Well, we got some breaking news in Major League Baseball. This actually just popped less than about 30 minutes ago. Shea Langeliers, the catcher, the great, phenomenal catcher, all-star catcher for the I'm so used to calling them Oakland, but they're called the Athletics officially right now. Has a torn meniscus, and he may miss the rest of the regular season, is what it is. Now, I don't know how good that the Athletics are right now. My guess is probably a little kind of toward the bottom or toward the middle of the division. Not sure if they're in the wild card hunt, but that's a brutal loss for the Athletics. I mean, they are a team who has a shot to improve in the next few years. I mean, that's a big start, and now you lose your main catcher too, your all-star catcher to a meniscus. Now, hopefully, he doesn't miss the rest of the season. I've seen him play a few times. He looks like he's going to be a good catcher for quite a few years. Maybe not Jorge Posada or Javi Lopez or guys like that, but he will be a good catcher for years to come. The Nationals and the Red Sox made a trade yesterday. Connolly Early will be going to the Washington Nationals. He's an infielder for Boston. I don't know if he's on the roster. The actual roster is he's a prospect, but I think he's on the roster. And then that'll be for Curtis Mead, infielder for infielder. You know what? I don't think it's a bad trade. Mead is probably they really might not want to try to sign him because they want to keep the money open for the next couple of years. But you know what? It is gonna hurt. He's one of their leading hitters, but you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing, because both Boston and Washington are in the hunt. Washington's probably right now in the hunt for the third wild card spot, maybe even the second wild card spot. Boston's right in the hunt for the division. We'll see how this goes. On the other front, on that though, the Nationals GM said that C.J. Abrams is going nowhere. He is going nowhere. But what they also said is that they're going to listen to offers, because teams like Boston and like New York, and there were a couple other teams I think I read that have potential, have spots where they want to fill for the infield. He is under contract for, I believe, 2 more years, because 2020. No, he becomes a free agent in 2029. So he's got about 3 more years, about 2027, 2028. So he's got 2 more years left before he becomes an unrestricted free agent. If I'm Washington, I'm jumping the gun and I'm trying to get him signed as quick as possible. I understand you're a smaller market team, but he's having his career. He's been having, in his last 3 years, since he got traded from San Diego to Washington, he's been having a career year. In my opinion, you try to lock him up. You keep him. Just do what you got to do to keep him. I mean, if you really hear something that is tempting, then go ahead. But you're going to be asking for the other team's, probably the other team's shortstop. In the WNBA All-Star Game, we had Team Coop versus Team Swoops last night. I heard Caitlin Clark had a big game for, I don't remember, Team Swoops, I believe. And then Team Coop, John Quill Jones won the WNBA All-Star Game MVP. That was in Chicago. I saw a little bit of it last night, but it's a freaking exhibition game, Really, I mean, it's a travesty. Nika Agumake, I can never pronounce her name because it's probably from somewhere. It's Nigerian. She set the WNBA record for most points in an All-Star game. Maya Moore had that record with 121 points, I believe, and she just beat it last night. So congratulations to her, although it's probably a joke of a record. So my Stump the Snake trivia question of the day is, who was the first golfer to go under 60 in a PGA Tour tournament? Now, if you know this answer, I actually don't. So I'm kind of curious to see if anybody does know it, and I'll look it up myself. Maybe I'll post it online or something like that. Who's the first golfer to go under 60 in a round? In the history of the PGA. If you know the answer, drop it on my pages, either YouTube. You guys can follow me at Duke Nats Texans Fan 11 on Instagram, at Jake Sports Takes on YouTube. Everybody have a great day. Stay safe. It is hot out here. I am podcasting out in front of my house in the backyard right now. It is pretty hot. I do have to go to work later. Everybody have a nice day. Stay safe. Stay cool. I love you guys. And peace out, my nerds. And as we do it on Jake Sports Takes, hugs and hand pounds, everybody. Love you guys.